Matt Fritz in the faceoff circle for Ohio State. And it's Hudson Baugh, the redshirt sophomore, who began the year as the starter as the faceoff man for Penn State. Expect a little Chase Mullins there as well. And some action right off the immediate faceoff. Who wants it? Penn State had it momentarily, and Skylar Walland collects. Ohio State 5-4 on the year. They
come from the crease and put a body on him. That was way too easy.
And so Ohio State takes the 1-0 lead in the early minutes. Some of the wings get involved on a second straight faceoff. So Penn State will keep it.
Recognizing that, cutting underneath, getting in front of the cage.
Yeah, on one end, the great instincts, and then meanwhile, that's just another obvious illustration of what T.J. Malone does. So make it 16 assists now for the fifth-year senior. Penn State. Very responsible older brother sharing the wealth. You think Matt might have gotten his ear and said, hey, I just tied you for points now. 27 for each this season. Ohio State collects this. Hey, 4 shots on the year, and that one does the trick. Hey, he's kind of got the into the coaching staff here. He's got Dad, one of the assistants on Jeff Tambroni's staff. That's his father, John. He's one of the assistant coaches. Say, hey.
Plays that in-game are going to come to life, and he trusts his freshman, and he makes a play.
Almost like a backdoor cut behind the defender that you referenced. And so, yes, Caputo now with 8 goals. He has earned more playing time from Nick Myers. Oh, real quick before the end of the quarter, what have you made of how Penn State's operated offensively?
Yeah, I think it's just a balance, right? I think that they have a lot of guys.
Shot percentage has been pretty impressive. And Nick Myers said it to us the other day. He's coming off his best game of the year, no doubt. Transition look, a bounce shot. That was low. Aldridge had it deflect.
So many of those guys from Malvern, Haverford, a lot of comfortability. These guys played each other in high school. They played each other on the recruiting circuit, and now they're together on this team. Kind of some built-in chemistry there.
We've got 8 goals by 8 different players. I think this face-off battle is going to be an adventure at times today. They've got they're the 2 pilots in a sense, flying the plane in the cockpit for this offense. Deck it late, trying to smother it before it bounced by. Yeah, Myers so impressive. 2-time all Big Ten first team selection. 222 points in 54 career games.
Another guy that maybe doesn't get the national recognition like some of those guys I mentioned, like a Kavanaugh, right? The Penn State guys, maybe a little bit more low-key, but they're a great job just getting up the hash and converting on their shots.
He's the king of the vlog?
Yeah, you don't follow him on social media? You got to tap in.
I need to.
Yeah, Pelkey does a great job using that NIL.
Multi-goal scorer of the afternoon. That's the second for the sophomore. That one bounces free. And Penn State takes possession. 8 games last year during that 3-win season. So Trainer, Malone, a healthy duo of quality attackers this season for Penn State. 6'2", 190 pounds, the sophomore. has been brimming with confidence of late. So at the end of that sequence, we saw the stick to the head. So it's a player up situation for Penn State. It's a good point you bring up. So without that Malone move, Winkoff might not even have the open space that he had.
And what happens is on man up, you either want to drag or you want to step into those gaps. And you saw Malone there kind of go forward towards his left hand, step into that gap, and then that defender up top left. And Winkoff had his hands free.
Penn State is looking to stretch its lead further. And so 1 week after Skylar Wallen allowed just 7 goals, Penn State's got 10 in this first half. A scramble in front. We got an open net deflected away. Jacob Snyder was there to protect the empty net, but Penn State has 27 net. Yeah, good call, partner. That's all he needed. And so is that not a perfect illustration? Nice face-off win again by, this time, Chase Mullins. Oh boy. Penn State on the move, the bounce. Ryan O'Connor was looking for one there.
Showcasing, but tough for Ohio State at this point in the game to be letting that happen.
And he just saw Walland mimicking that sweep. He couldn't get the stick down there in time. I mean, the Buckeye, they need 1 or 2 consecutive goals here. Jules doesn't get more inspiring, heartwarming than that. Sebi and Hartford undefeated this year. Boy, what an example, an illustration of determination and fight and inspiration that Sebi.
On this film, that has to get cleaned up right away if they want to really make a run in the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, that one not necessarily on Wallen per se. Another face-off win. Jules, this is a 7-0 run. Make it 8-zip. Deja vu. It's Trainer.
Yeah, Kevin, it might be time for a goalie switch at this point. I'm not saying this game's over, but just for sake of your goaltender for Wallen, might be time to give him a switch. Watch here. Tremendous job in transition. Off the face-off, just pushing it. Trainer setting up. Slide is drawn. And it's just too easy. Hammer time for him. He's having a great day.
I mean, this has escalated quickly. An 8-0 Penn State run. Mullins doing some fine work in that face-off circle. We've seen Bond, but Mullins, he has really done a fine job in this quarter in particular. So Penn State now.
A lot of guys utilize that right to right move, and he just buried it low and away.
So Jack Myers, no relation to the head coach, Nick Myers. Comes from that Lacrosse.
From range, I think that's a little bit more on our guy Wallen than it is a better shot from Mercer.
And we've seen now quite often today, Penn State has beaten Walland low on several of their scores.
A lot of the times, your quickest guy on the team, 43, Dylan McGee, was that guy there, which we just haven't seen all day from Ohio State. I would go back to that, give Dylan McGee the ball with short sticks, and let guys like Kyle Borda set up on the backside with their hands free.
Sweeney trying to slap it away. Ohio State collects it. The fake. Now Myers at X.
Continue to improve as Big Ten play goes on.
All right, so a new man between the pipes for Penn State. That's Aluric Fayak.